Thank you, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever part of the world you're from. I'm your Ram Babu from sharEvery Global Foundation. We are so happy to meet you all again. This is episode 12, and you are watching Rendezvous with Ram Babu educational videos. Before starting episode 12, I would like to make a request. I hope you all agree with me. If you really feel these educational videos or podcasts are resourceful or knowledgeable, don't forget to give your support by subscribing our channel. If you really love these knowledgeable sessions, please subscribe, click the bell icon without fail, and like, share, comment in the chat section. Thank you. Do you know to whom we are going to meet today? In Rendezvous with Ram Babu educational videos, this is the second time we are going to meet Dr. Andrea from USA with very interesting topic, failing forward. We know it's not an easy task. After facing failure, how we can forward? No, but that important tricky point we are going to discuss with Dr. Andrea. So there is a full form for fail, forever acquire important lessons. We should acquire forever. What is the important in our failure? And we know the statement, failure is the stepping stone to success. So shall we invite our guest? Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for joining second time with sharEvery. Please introduce yourself again.
Okay, well, hello, howdy from Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's about 7:30 a.m. I know it's a little bit later where you are, but we're so glad that you're with us. And thank you for joining us. I am so excited. My students call me Doc A, and I teach at 3 colleges, which I'm very grateful for. And I'm also a social worker for the elderly, for people who just don't have enough money to continually to make it in life. So my job is to step in and to help them. I'm grateful for that job also. But my passion is helping people be the best that they can be. I want to spend my life mending broken people. And how many of you know people are broken today? But that's our job to help mend them. And that's what I like to do. So I'm so glad, not that you're broken, but I want to I'm so glad and I'm so encouraged to be there with you, to encourage you, to build you up. I'm a cheerleader. Sis boom ba, rah, rah, rah. I just want to cheer you on to victory, victory, victory.
Thank you. Yes, my next question, already I have taken interview from you, and this is second time, and already you acted as small important roles, tasks in our live Zoom sessions. And we have been traveling for 5 to 6 weeks. So in that short time, I feel very, very happy to meet you again with one more interesting topic. Please give a few words about sharEvery platform, if you don't mind.
Oh my goodness, sharEvery Global Foundation. The other day, they teach this platform on English. You think, well, if you speak English, you automatically ought to know English grammar. That is so not true. I was writing a paper and I didn't know. I said, do I use a comma? Do I use a semicolon? What do I use? I'm thinking I need to get on the line with sharEvery because they would know. The teachers and the instructors know English grammar. So it's so important. That's why I love this platform, because it teaches non-native speakers, non-English, non-native speakers like me. Am I non-native? I guess so. And also native, no, I guess I'm a native speaker. Native speakers also. And the way the coaches do it, they don't talk at you, they talk to you. And that is so important. So I love sharEvery, and I'm so glad it's now called the sharEvery Global Foundation. Why global? Because we reach outside the world. We just don't stick with us four and no more. No, we want the North, the East, the South, the West, America, all over the world, global. Because am I my brother's keeper? Yes, yes, yes. sharEvery Global Foundation, we are a brother's keeper. And we want to encourage you. We want to educate you. And we want you to just go with the flow. Go, flow, and grow. And you can do that by staying with us, because we're here to minister to you. And you're here also to help us. We learn from one another. So thank you for this opportunity. You said this is my second time. I hope it's not my last time. So I'll behave. I'll try.
Thank you. Dear viewers, I'm sure this podcast, this special episode 12 will educate you a lot how to forward even in failure. Please watch till the end. My first question is, what is the difference between average people and achieving people? Is there any difference? Please?
There's a lot of difference. And a lot of my material I received is from John Maxwell, who's written a book called Failing Forward. So I want to give him all the kudos for that. Failing forward, there is a difference between achieving average people and achieving people. When you have an old attitude, what do you have? And I took a lot of notes on this. There's a fear of failure, okay? That seems for lack of ever having failed. That comes a fear of failing for lack of ever having failed. There's a misunderstanding of failure. They see failure as a single event rather than a process. Oh, I failed. I'm no good. I can't make it. No, that's not true. And then they're unprepared for failure. You've got to be prepared for failure. So we have to learn how to fail and then move past the failure. Okay, we didn't make it this time. Next step. Let's keep on going. And then it helps us to deal with failure. How do you deal with it? And the problems that we face are problems that we allow ourselves to have. So we've got to push ourselves forward towards the obstacles. And they're going to be obstacles, but you can still learn. And again, don't fail backwards. You must fail forward. You've got to move. You must move.
As you mentioned, after failing, 90% of people, they come out of the goal. Even though after facing failure, we shouldn't go back. We should fail forward. Yes. So we have to check ourselves. Very interesting answer. Yes, the next question is, and actually, what is a failure? Can you define it?
Okay, let's learn a new definition of failure. Listen to this. So failure is not avoidable. Everyone makes mistakes. We all make mistakes. Why? Because we're human. We are human beings. And we can learn lessons when they are repeated. When they're repeated, you can learn lessons. And unfortunately, lessons can be difficult. That's all there is to it. Lessons can be difficult. And once you learn the lessons, guess what? We're going to change how we act. At least we should. So a failure, think about it this way. Failure is an event. It's not an isolated event. It is a process. If you are living, if you are breathing, you will continue to fail. And then you decide what failure is for you. That's an objective. Decide what failure is for you. How you respond to mistakes determines how you fail. Okay? And you can't change your mistakes, but we must keep things in perspective. Keep things in perspective, and you can avoid the problems that are associated. And then, another thing, take failure in stride. Do you remember last week, sir, when the coach Von Eric talked about the Q-tip?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Quit QTIP. Quit taking it personally. So when you fail, don't take it Q-tip. Think about a Q-tip. What does the Q-tip do? Cleans your ear. Don't take it personally. And then failure should not keep you from moving forward. You must move. We have a saying, I don't know whether you've heard it before. It's interesting. They said there were 4 frogs sitting on a fence. 3 decided to jump. How many frogs were left on the fence? 4.
4.
They decided to jump because they didn't do anything. They said, we failed once, so we're not going to do anything. So you've got to move. 4 frogs sitting in the fence. 3 decided to jump. There's still 4 frogs on that fence. They decided, but they didn't do it. With failure, you have to move. You have to have momentum. Move, move, move.
Thank you. People should know failure is the process. I hope definitely this will help to the viewers. My following question is, what are the abilities needed to fail forward?
How do you spell failure? F-A-I-L-U-R-E. Remove the word you from failure, please. Just remove you from failure and remind yourself that failing at doing something does not make you, quote, a failure. So there's a big difference in failing and being a failure. You're not a failure. You're not a failure. You're not a failure. Successful people. We talked a couple of times a few weeks ago about Edison. Mr. Edison tried so many times, over 10,000 times to create the light bulb. They said, well, you failed 10,000 times. He goes, no. He says, I learned 10,000 ways that this would not work. Did that make him a failure? You can see it's pretty bright where I am now. That's because he didn't give up. When you fail at something, do not give up, because guess what? Everyone will reap the benefit. We're reaping the benefit of Mr. Edison not giving up with the light bulb. And so another thing with failing, number 1, reject rejection. Just reject rejection. Don't blame yourself, but we have to take responsibility. Okay? Take responsibility for our actions. And again, see failure as what? See failure as temporary. It's not permanent. See failure as temporary. Personalizing failure can get you stuck. Again, we go talk about the Q-tip. Quit taking it personally. Do not take it personally. As an achiever, which we all are, because that's why you're watching, because you are an achiever, you're going to see it as temporary, not permanent. And then keep expectations realistic. Okay? We must keep expectations realistic and be mentally prepared for each obstacle you face. Focus on your strengths. You have strengths. And I like the word strengths instead of weaknesses. Let's take the word weaknesses and let's get rid of it. We don't like the word weakness. We say challenges. Because when you think about weakness, you think about, that is so negative. We have challenges. So strengths and challenges. So concentrate on what you can do and where you're successful. There are things that I can do that no one else can do. There are things that everybody else can do that I can't do. Does that make me a failure? No. And that also tells us we must stay in our own lane. We must stay in our own lane and then have various approaches to achievement. Though when in America we say, get outside the box. We have a box, we just kind of stay a narrow box. Well, people won't like me. They may not like you anyway, it doesn't matter. They're not doing anything. Make certain that we're doing anything. Step outside the box. ShareEvery Global Foundation, they've gotten out of the box. They've not allowed themselves to be kind of like, just kind of crunched together. We're stepping, can I say we? Yeah, we're stepping outside the box because we're going to reach people, non-speaking English people. We're going to reach English-speaking people because we want them to grow, glow, and flow in the talents and gifts that the Lord's given them. And then you bounce back. Just bounce back. Bounce back. You can, again, don't take your mistakes personally. Learn from them, move on. In America, we have a saying, we say, there's nothing to see, keep on going. So there's nothing to see at your failure. Go ahead, keep on going, keep moving.
Thank you for your steps, which you have suggested as the abilities to fail forward. Yes. Next question is, what is the fear of failure cycle?
Okay.
So do you have any process?
Yes. There is a process. So failure can be painful, but you must remember what? That your failure does not make you a failure. So what's the cycle? So I wrote the cycle down. Cycle starts out with fear. And then because of fear, there's an action. I'm afraid to jump off the fence. So I'll just stand there. And then there's inexperience. And then that leads to inability. And then that leads to paralysis. Paralysis, nothing or no one is moving. And there's procrastination. Oh, I'll get there eventually. We're almost at the end of year 2021. What did we procrastinate? So we must not procrastinate. And then after that, it's going to lead to purposelessness. It's a long word, purposelessness. We cannot have that. So we come to realization that a lot of our life is going to be chosen by making mistakes. We're going to live our life by making mistakes. And after inaction, it makes getting started harder to do. So you've got to get rid of that. So how do you do that? You break the cycle. Come on, get moving, make mistakes, build the momentum. So just keep going, keep going, keep going.
This is very interesting question. According to psychology, every person has their own individuality. The people are two different kinds. One are optimistic, and another side of the edge is pessimistic. And is the law of human behavior optimistic or pessimistic? What do you say on this?
It depends. I believe it depends on individuals. It depends on individual. I choose to be optimistic. I choose, and it's optimism and pessimism. It's a choice.
Yes.
It's a choice.
Exactly.
You've heard it saying, is a glass empty or is a glass full? Is it half empty or is it half full? Remember, it's refillable. But what my favorite is, not only is it refillable, guess what it is? It's drinkable. Just go ahead while you're trying to figure out whether it's half empty, half full. Just drink it. Just move. Do something. Move. Just don't stand there. You cannot. We need you too much. We need one another. So let's not be so pessimistic. Let's be optimistic. There's an old song that says, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, and don't mess with Mr. In Between. Stay away from Mr. In Between. Latch on, accentuate the positive, and don't mess with Mr. In Between. Just keep on moving. Just move.
Yeah, thank you. See, ma'am, and this is very interesting question. And personally, I want to know answer for this question. See, what are some of the benefits of adversity? See, many people, they don't think so. Adversity is a benefit. But only the successful people can add the positive benefits even in the adversities. So what are the benefits of adversity?
Good question. Benefits of adversity. Number one, let's find out what adversity can do. All right, wrote this down. It can create resilience. It can keep using the word resilience, momentum. It makes you stronger and it makes you prepared for more adversity. And it pushes the envelope of performance. We have to be careful that we just don't stay at one level. Yes, we succeeded. Okay, what's the next level? At sharEvery Global Foundation, we're doing teaching and grooming and showing them about the English language. Okay, we can't just stay there. We've got to continue to go, glow and flow and go and grow. We must do that. So adversity pushes the envelope. And then adversity helps us develop maturity. It helps us by giving us what? More experience. And then when you have adversity, you can provide greater opportunities for everyone else. It sure wasn't easy as the founder, as the creator, as the president of sharEvery Global Foundation. You had to face adversities. There's so many times that you could have given up. But if you had done that, where would we be? Where would the people who are watching your program be? They would just be sitting there. Gee, I wish I had a platform to teach people on failing forward. I wish I had a platform to teach people on feedback if you had given up. So even in your adversity, it pushed you forward. And then it motivated you. Because it motivated you, it motivated us to keep moving. And then it helps us to recap unexpected benefits. So there are benefits in adversity. So it's learning plus succeeding. It's going to equal failing a lot. Failing a lot is going to be struggling through adversity. And embracing adversity means moving forward. Again, let's not get stuck. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, ma'am. I have got to know 6 important benefits from the adversity so we can get the resilience. Absolutely, I agree with you. And it makes us strong. Sure. And if we listen or if you observe Thomas Alva Edison, he failed 10,000 times, but he didn't take as a failures. And he told, these are 10,000 times, these ways are not possible to reach my way. And the next one is, and it gives a maturity. Absolutely. Yeah, whenever we face adversities or hurdles, then we can learn and many things. And also it gives experience. What a benefit we have. Next, and it gives great opportunities. Absolutely, ma'am. Many people, and I don't think so. Why people all the time think negative in the failure? See, failure makes us or pulls us very close to our end point. Yes. And the last, and it motivates us. Yes, these 6 benefits from the adversity really helpful to all the listeners and the viewers. Thanks for your great response. Next, my one more interesting question I want answer from you. And what are the reasons people fail? They may have their own reasons, but what may be the universal reasons to fail the people mostly?
I hope that one of your coaches does a message on this. I believe in my heart of hearts, it's the fear of success.
Oh.
Fear of success. Because if I have the fear of success, that means that, you expect more of me. Everybody's looking at me. They expect me to succeed. And I don't know that I can do it. And that comes from lack of confidence, lack of self-confidence. So that can be one of the reasons that people fail, because they really have deep down, they have a fear of success. And so what do? I call it 2 words, they self-sabotage. I was a director of a halfway house. That's when people leave the prison and they stay at they call it the halfway house. It's halfway between prison and halfway to their home. And once they were getting ready to leave, they would just act up. Some of my guys would just act up. They would just start misbehaving. Why? Because they have a fear of success. They were afraid to go back out in the community because they just assumed that people would look at them. Okay, you've been in prison. You better not fail anymore. So they had a fear of success. So one of the reasons that people fail is because of fear of success, and they don't have self-confidence. Again, that brings us right back to sharEvery Global Foundation. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you get over that fear of speaking. I'm afraid to speak in front of people. That's what we're here for, to help you get over that, to train you, to teach you so you can do what you want to do, what you've been called to do. So you can be the Thomas Edisons in our lives. Because of Thomas Edison, we have light. So you can be the light in our lives, and you can be the light in the community's eyes.
You have mentioned 2 reasons and why people usually fail. One is fear of success, and another one is lack of confidence. Yes, my dear viewers, and please try to get confidence. If you want to fail forward, you should improve in that particular aspect, and don't fear to success. My last question in this 12th episode, in a nutshell, how do we fail forward? What do you say that?
Okay. Can I ask you a quick question before I do that? Let me turn the table and ask the interviewer, how can sharEvery Global Foundation help us with our lack of self-confidence?
Yeah, and we give a good atmosphere to meet the people. And many people, non-native speakers, they have stage fright. So we are, by giving the atmosphere, by finding the speaking partner, so I hope definitely it helps to improve their self-confidence. So at initials, definitely they face some troubles while they're meeting first time with the strangers. But if they continue the journey along with sharEvery, so definitely they'll improve in that particular aspect. So we do follow that.
Okay, good.
Yes.
That's what I said, and that's thanks. So thank you, sir, for confirming that. Okay, so your question was, how can we fail forward? I love acronyms because remember, I love the acronym QTIP, but there's one, F. How do you spell forward? FORWARD. So when you fail forward, number one, F stands for finalize your goal. Finalize your goal. So failure cannot become success if you're not sure what you want. You've got to be certain of what you want. So F, finalize your goal. O, order your plans. Everything has to be organized. So even though a plan may not plan out the way you want it, a plan is better than no plan. Some plan is better than no plan. You said a few weeks ago, you said a person who plans to fail, fails to plan. So O, you must order your plans. R, risk failings, that stands for risk. Risk failing with action. Your plan is useless without action. Get off the fence and jump. Just don't decide to jump. Move. Join sharEvery Global Foundation. Move. Let that be a launching pad. sharEvery should be a launch pad to get us from one place to another. So R, risk failing. So once in action, you're taking risk, and without risk, you cannot fail. So W, welcome mistakes. You're a human being. We're humans. We're going to make mistakes. There's something wrong with that. Because all the mistakes he made, again, Edison, we have light. So welcome mistakes. That's a fact of life. Embrace it. Hold it close to you. A, advance. Watch your character. We've got to watch our character. Some of us are simply characters. No, we have to watch our character. Make certain that we're good, that we have good character, and that's not difficult. And there's a meme on Facebook that says, if you can be anything, just be kind. Just be kind to people. So advance based on character, because the character is what people look at. The character is what people see. R, regulate your progress. So in other words, constantly review. With sharEvery Global Foundation, the leaders are going to be constantly reviewing. Okay, did that work this way? Okay, let's go ahead and let's tweak it. Let's change it. So constantly review, regulate your process. And D, develop new strategies. So to win, you must be ready for change. Change is inevitable. Only thing constant is change. So F, finalize your goal. O, order your plans. R, risk failing with action. W, welcome mistakes. A, advance based on character. R, regulate your progress. And D, develop strategies. That's how you fail forward.
Yeah. What an acronym it is, really. And every word stands for a separate style of behavior or character. See here, totally we have 7 words in this forward, but every word, it shows their uniqueness. I personally motivated myself after listening your words. And being as a CEO or founder of sharEvery Global Foundation, I also faced many failures. But unconsciously, I don't look back. I'm always be ready to face, let it come whatever it is. Some people, they join, they become very close with me. But at the nick of the moment, they leave my hand. But at the time, and in that short time, I feel I get very deep pain. But again I realize, immediately with a fraction of a second, I get energy from my thinking about my goal, my wish, my desire, my dream, my purpose. So immediately my sixth sense will answer, you have been working for a noble cause, not for the people. See, I always try to build the community. I don't work for the people or for one individual. I work for the community. I work for the building the community. Definitely these kind of experiences, whatever experiences you have shared in this podcast, not to me, to all the viewers, it helps a lot. Thank you so much for giving your exemplary examples, practical experiences. I feel very proud, and really I feel fortunate to have these kind of people like you on this platform.
I feel the same way. And remember, there are more, we respect you. And we, as they say in America, we've got your back.
Yeah.
That's the same that we say in America, we've got your back. So you've got people around you, you've got a board of directors who really, they believe in your vision. And that's what a good leader does. He shows us the vision. You've shown us the vision, and we want to run with the vision. We want to run with it, and we want to run with you. We're not going to get ahead of you because you're our leader. We're going to walk alongside of you, and we're going to listen to you, and we're going to do what you've asked us to do because this is your vision, and we're just so happy and proud to be part of it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, even our tagline, your vision, our mission. Our mission means here, sharEvery Global Foundation. Mission is to fulfill, to make true your visions. Yes, that is our mission. So thank you so much for being with Rendezvous with Rambabu Educational Podcast. Thank you.
See you later. Thank you. Namaste.